Don in London, hello. Friday, 18th of September 2009. My video is all about recovery and being in fellowship and friendship. Recovery for me is recovery from addiction to either substance or behaviour. My substance, alcohol, my behaviour throughout that time. Trying to be perfect as a worker, a relationship person, whatever it was, I was trying to be perfect and be whatever you thought I ought to be. I had no clue, I had choices, and it took me a long time to realise that choices were not the offers made to me, but the choices I could have. So what kept me in check, I guess, or able to function, doing what I thought I ought to do, was a lot of drinking, taking the edge off, being convivial, finding joy and sadness as each day affords. And throughout my life I was on a journey and a quest. The quest was always something and what next, rather than what is and what is now. And the gift for me is to live in the moment, to simply live in the moment. So what helps me do that? Live in the moment, be in recovery, and make life work one day at a time. It's society, civilization, community, family, professionals, and the bedrock has been being in the fellowship of Alcoholics Anonymous. And Alcoholics Anonymous certainly found me, or I found it, I don't know, one way or another. But for many years I had no clue it existed, or if I did know, I ignored it, as did I ignore my drinking capacities. And whilst I was a jovial drunk some of the time, I found isolation, misery and depression. And I suspect, as the professionals have found out, that clinical depression was always there. Something not quite right with my endocrine system. So an anxious person, fearful, putting on a brave face. And these days I look for a bit of courage, faith and confidence on a daily basis. So what is fellowship? Well, fellowship is being part of something, being included. And we find friendship too. So AA is integral, as is the AA program, to my well-being on a daily basis, and it's working just for today. So I will share the preamble or statement of intent about AA simply to slow me into the moment of now and give me some clarity. And it says this: Alcoholics Anonymous is a fellowship of men and women who share their experience, strength and hope with each other, that they may solve their common problem and help others to recover from alcoholism. The only requirement for membership is a desire to stop drinking. There are no dues or fees for AA membership. We are self-supporting through our own contributions. AA is not allied with any sect, denomination, politics, organisation or institution, does not wish to engage in any controversy, neither endorses nor opposes any causes. Our primary purpose is to stay sober and help other alcoholics to achieve sobriety. And that's what I hope to do as well, to share a message of experience, strength and hope. And one of the traditions, tradition 1, there are 12 steps, action for the individual to find open, honest, willing ways to live. And then there are 12 traditions which hold the fellowship of AA together. And the first tradition includes in the third paragraph this statement. And it's crucial to me because I do believe that everybody is unique and authentic and finds their own way. And it's really important that I share my outlook. It's just my outlook, and everybody's entitled to their own. But this is what got me and kept me in the program. Does this mean, some will anxiously ask, that in AA the individual doesn't count for much? Is he to be dominated by his group and swallowed up in it? We may certainly answer this question with a loud no. We believe there isn't a fellowship on earth which lavishes more devoted care upon its individual members. Surely there is none which more jealously guards the individual's right to think, talk and act as he wishes. No AA can compel another to do anything. Nobody can be punished or expelled. Our 12 steps to recovery are suggestions. The 12 traditions which guarantee AA's unity contain not a single don't. They repeatedly say we ought, but never you must. And you know, that is from the founding fathers and women, or mothers if you like. So who am I to argue with them? And you know, the gift is that whilst democracy I suppose it's a sort of benign democracy, or benign anarchy as it's often described. It's about sharing our message, and sometimes the message that we share may not quite fit in with how other people see life in general and the fellowship, and that's okay. That's absolutely okay. Everybody's entitled to their opinion. But I've been a bit discombobulated this last couple of days, and one of the things about the programme is open, honest and willing, and finding the truth. And as I shared in the meeting last night of the fellowship, back to the person who was speaking, who was absolutely amazing. For me, when it comes down to what is God, or who is God, I do believe it's hard to define, because to define God is actually to deny God. How on earth could I define God? But in my own understanding, God is truth, God is love, God works through people, and that's good enough for me. It's as much as I can understand. I'm continually improving my wisdom on a daily basis, hopefully, sometimes backwards as well, because we can be regressive. But this thing of truth is something that I value as highly as possible. It's a fundamental principle for me, is truth, and I learn it on a daily basis. I don't always speak it, because sometimes I speak belief, or I could have an opinion on the selected truth, which could be a lie, and in the end I'll be found out. And one of the ones which really gets me is silence. When people go silent or change the subject, don't answer the question, but just do not express the truth, that I find sometimes quite gut-wrenching, and I'm human and I'm learning. Anyway, the daily readings for today, daily reflections, this one, all about step 9 this month, which is 9th month, 9th step, which is all about making amends to other people. But it gives a sort of general reading for September the 18th, and it goes like this. Our whole treasured philosophy of self-sufficiency had to be cast aside. This has not been done with old-fashioned willpower. This had not been done with old-fashioned willpower. It was instead a matter of developing the willingness to accept these new facts of living. We neither ran nor fought, but accept we did, and then we were free. Meaning that once we let go of willpower and start to accept that drinking is not good for us and so many other things, then we stop fighting. I can be free of my old enslaving self. After a while I recognise and believe in the good within myself. I see that I have been loved back to recovery by a higher power who envelops me. My higher power becomes that source of love and strength that is performing a continuing miracle in me. I am sober and I am grateful, and for that I am beyond belief I'm still here to experience life, joys and sadness. And the truth is for me the spiritual connection, and often I hear that people are looking for their spiritual path. Well, we're on it. The absolute truth is we're here on a spiritual path. Sometimes we don't like it, because reality sometimes isn't quite what we thought it was going to be, and sometimes reality gives a swift kick where it hurts. So truth spiritual, for me, this spiritual connection to now means that we are living spiritual. It may not seem it, and sometimes we're in denial, but is that not part of the path of spiritual? So I'm learning on a daily basis, and it hurts me inside when I hear nothing and then something, or missing links. I'm human, and those feelings are disturbing. So I'm learning how to deal with them on a daily basis. So Gandhi said God is truth, God is love, and so many people say it too. And God works through people. Where else would we get our wisdom from? We certainly don't get it from rocks, but we do get it from nature and providence. So what helps me on a daily basis when I need to find acceptance is the serenity prayer. God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, courage to change the things I can, and to learn the wisdom to know the difference just for today.